Hello and welcome to Shredder Zoo. Thank you for joining me today for our penultimate enclosure build. Last time out, or yesterday, we started building the cave for the Onyx, and I think it came out pretty well. Thanks for all the positive feedback and everything we got on the video. That was really nice. So we're going to be carrying on with the cave, and we'll be building the Megalosaurus enclosure, and that's going to be over this way. So we're going to need to build out, extend out this, and we're going to be doing a very similar look to how we did yesterday with the Onyx. So it's all going to be the same, just a bit bigger for the Megalosaurus. So I think the first thing I want to do is maybe get a couple of Megalosaurus in here, just to kind of get the kind of size that we want for them. So they are reasonably big. I don't really see these much. They look cool, don't they? And of course it's going to fall asleep in a little while. But I think we'll have two of these guys. I think would look quite good in here. We'll get another one there. That looks good. And there we go. He's going to go to sleep. Oh, that looks so cool. That looks great. Okay, so we've got that one here. So, right, well, let's start building a cave. So if you saw last time out, I'm going to do a very similar technique to building this out. And there we go. That one's going to sleep as well. That's fine, because yeah, I kind of said it's a day all the time, but we'll have it at night time and have a look in here. But all this kind of area up to kind of pretty much up to about where this wall is, this is going to be their enclosure. So we're going to need to build out quite a bit. So I guess we need to start off. Actually, I'm going to start off on this side. We'll get all this covered. So all I'm going to do is, because we're building out with these rocks will actually be able to be placed on top of the ceilings. So we're basically encasing the entire enclosure in glass, and then just covering it in rocks, which is a fantastically easy way of doing it. It's a little bit time consuming, but means so is building everything here at the zoo. But it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it's done. And of course, this is kind of the penultimate enclosure. There's only one more that I'm doing in this series afterwards, and that's going to be next Saturday. And then so next Sunday will be the final episode of this series, which will be a tour. I'm hopefully trying to do it as a live stream on Sunday. We'll be doing a tour around the entire zoo, showing you everything I've built, right from sort of the first episodes all the way up until these current ones that we're doing now. And now people have been asking me if I'm going to be doing water dinos. Well, I've said this quite a few times now. What's happening is next weekend will be the last of this series. So the Shredder Zoo will finish next weekend. What will happen after that is I'm going to take a little break for a while. Obviously we've got Aberration coming out on Tuesday, so I'll be diving into playing Aberration. So that's going to be that. But what we'll do, we want to carry on. I'm going to take a little bit of a break from the zoo series, or the sort of creative building series, and I'll probably start a new series in the new year. And I'll be doing, I haven't decided on exactly what we're calling it. It's probably the aquarium, and we'll be doing the underwater things over there. Oh god, I didn't even kill it. There we go. It's the highest level there. 168, you don't normally get high levels around here. Not too bad. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. This is a creative series. We've got so many raptors at the zoo. Right, what am I doing? Let's carry on with the building. So yeah, so I'm just doing all this one out. So yes, I'm saying we'll be doing the underwater creatures, so the aquarium, that's what I was saying, getting distracted by that raptor. So that's going to be a new series which I'll be starting next year sometime. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break from the building, the creative series, for a little while we do Aberration and try and get some of the other videos done, that sort of thing. Yeah, we'll be doing underwater series, all the underwater dinos in the zoo. That's not going to be as big a series as this one because there aren't as many creatures, obviously, but we will be doing some more interesting things. Actually, I don't want that there. That's not, or do we? Oops, that's not what I want. How is this going to line up? Because we've got it, because these angles that I've put in on the walkway kind of mess up the angles a little bit. We're going to want another one here somewhere as well. Let's see if we can get this positioned right. Oh, there we go. That's that. And another one there. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't actually matter. We'll cover it all up with rock. Are we going to carry on like this and then just... Because obviously now at this point it's not lined up with this. So I think what I'll do, I'll start building out from here, just so we can get the ceilings lined up properly. And then I think we'll just have to maybe overlap at this point. I think that'll work okay, because it doesn't matter, because these rocks completely cover the underside anyway, so we're not going to be able to see the glass anyway, which is I could have used any material, but I think glass is probably the easiest thing to do. So okay, that'll do. I'll carry on building out a little bit more. But yeah, so I'm talking about the plan. If I can stop getting distracted here. So yeah, so the plan is, the aquarium, I'm thinking that's going to be about a 10-week series. I've planned it out. It may be a little bit more, because I don't know how it's going to go. Some things might take longer to build than I think. I'm planning on doing the same sort of thing, Saturdays and Sundays, a dual episode, and we'll build one enclosure in each episode. That's the kind of the plan. But until I start building and finding out how difficult it is to build things underwater, because it's not going to be as easy as building these things, that may extend a little bit longer. But I think there's about, oh, that's not going to work, is it? Ooh. But I think there's about 20 odd creatures that I want to do in that series, so that'll be a 10-week series. I think we can get away. Oh, I don't know. This is going to be, I think, what I need to do then. We want this one. Let's put this back over there. I'll take these away. And I'll build out a little bit further with these to get the outside edge done, so I know how far out I want to come. It's probably big enough actually. And then if we come in this way, we should be able to get this set quite nicely. Okay, that's fine. Alright, okay, so yeah, so a little bit after I've done the potentially 10-week series on the underwater dinos, we're going to take a little bit of a break again, not too sure how long, but well, a few weeks break before we start. But then I'll be starting Shredder Zoo Series 2, and in which case I will start the zoo from scratch, and we'll be doing all creatures, so it'll be all art creatures, all scorched earth creatures, all aberration creatures, all fantasy creatures, the griffins, the wyverns, the bosses, and maybe I'll extend it out into the underwater ones as well, all in one big series, and that'll be the major thing going on towards the end of next year. So that's going to be amazing. But anyway, I'm going to get this completed and sorted out, and I'll bring you back when that's done. Alright, here it is. I've completely encased it in glass, and we're going to be covering this in rock. Yeah, this one it didn't quite line up because of the angles of the walkway kind of threw off the length of the enclosure. So we've got a little bit of a gap here, but I think that's going to be okay because we can fill it with rock anyway. That's not really going to be a problem. So that's pretty good. Inside we're going to need to clear out all those trees because we're not going to have those in the caves. So we can put in our own decorations as well. But basically what I'm going to be doing is carrying on how I left off from yesterday's episode by building the rocks and just sticking out a load of rocks like this, just covering this the roof, and sticking in. So what else do we want? There's another one that's quite large as well. Is that the one we want, or is that? Oh no, that's the wrong one. We don't want that one. Pick up that one. It must be this one. Here we go, number 3. So there we go. So yeah, so those two big rocks. I'm going to cover the roof completely with that, and then we'll figure out what we're going to be doing with the sides. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to be doing, because these will obviously they'll snap to the roofs. Yeah, so the snap point is on the roofs, or can be placed on the roofs like this. Whereas you couldn't, I can put them on the ground. Obviously, I can't. Can I actually? I can't put them anywhere like higher up or anything like that. So they have to go on the top there. But that's why I built out this frame, so that we can build the whole thing on the top here like that. So that's going to just spread outwards over this way, completely cover this, and make this into a bit of a cave. It's going to look pretty good, I think. So I'll bring you back once that is done. Okay, guys, I think I'm pretty much done on the roof there. So it's completely covered in rock. I mean, look at this; it looks amazing. I don't know whether we could maybe do something on top of there, but I think that's not really. Oh, it could be visible from. Actually, no, that's the Gigantopithecus are in there. Yeah, it's not really going to be visible for the visitors, so it doesn't matter so much. But yeah, so that's all completely done. We'll still need to do a cave wall around sort of that part there and along this wall. I've put a couple here just on the entrance, but what I've done inside, now I've placed these pillars at strategic places along the way. These are all going to get covered in the rocks, but one thing I just want to do just while we're here is just quickly... That's not what I want to do. I've done the wrong gun. What am I doing? Oh god. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Let's just put those back. There we go. So first of all, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So I've got some different guns here. Let's have a look. Let's get our tint gun first of all, and then we're going to want the model gun. Right, tint gun. First of all, these have already got tints, so just tint that one. That is tinted, isn't it? Yeah, so that's fine. Now the model. So what I'm going to do is we're going to basically do no sides, and we're just going to get rid of all these. And that's going to be absolutely fine. So it's going to... The tint is still there, so the sheen should be there. You should be able to see that kind of sheen. That is going to be a problem. Okay, fine. We'll take that, and we're going to need to try and put another glass wall in the right place. I think that's the right place. And then get rid of it and tint it. Not sure. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it for now. So first of all, let's get our model gun out. We'll continue on like this. So we're getting rid of all these, and then we're going to start putting in the rocks. So once I've done this, we'll start putting in the pillars of rock. I'm almost done. I was going to make a cut, but there's not actually that many there. There we go. So that's all done. So what we can do, we've got these pillars here. Now they will snap to these pillars, so I can actually raise them on top here like this. That way. Oh god, that's not where I told you to go. Let's pick you up again. I want you on top of the pillar. That's where we want to go. So they'll go right up to the roof, and then on the bottom here we can then put in the larger ones. This one here, I think is probably the one we want. We'll try and make it like about there. So there's still a little bit of area that the visitors can squeeze through. That's not too bad there. Okay, so we'll do the same sort of thing again. Actually, you know what? I probably don't even need one there, because I think that will go all the way up to the roof anyway. Fantastic. Yeah, that's perfect. And yeah, so we'll just keep on doing that. I want it on the top. And we'll do this for all of them. It's going to look... Oh, this is going to look so good. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's finished. Like that. There we go. And then we want these larger rocks on the bottom to kind of cover up the pillars. Oh god, that's a bit... Oh, that's going a little bit crazy. I wonder whether that might be better to try and snap them from the other side. Let's see if I can actually get through here. If that'll make a difference, so it's not quite so far in. But of course we do still need it to snap up on top, because that's not going to cover it. Oh, come on, go on. How's that look if I put it there? That's okay. That's not... I can live with that. You kind of, as you're walking through, you've got this kind of windy pathway to look through. That's all right, actually. I quite like that. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that one. So that's fine. Let's carry on with some more of these. So again, we'll try and do the same. We want it up to there. Yeah. Oh, that is a very tight squeeze, isn't it? These look... I think it's because what's happening is these are snapping slightly higher. They're even like snapping maybe on top of here. But then, didn't I just do the same for these ones? These are the same rocks, but they're a lot lower down. So they're snapping at a slightly lower snap point. If I just do it at a lower snap point. Yeah, so if I go upwards, you see this is going to go up. Okay, yeah, so there's 2 points there. That's where those other ones have gone to, like these ones. Further back here. That's too big. I'm going to have to pick that up and try and rearrange that one. So anyway, I'm going to try and play about with this, try and get these pillars looking good, and then we'll start working on this wall at the front here and some decorations on the inside here as well. Okay, so I think I figured out how to do it now. So I've got the rocks in. I think it all looks pretty good. I've got all the way along the side here, so it matches the other side. Oh, I think it looks really good. Imagine walking through here. I think you just get such a good view. And crawling through the rocks and things would be quite exciting, I think. Almost like in a real cave. So obviously, it's not entirely perfect because you get some little bits that just don't look quite right, but I don't know, there's not really much I can do because I can't get any rocks up high enough to kind of cover that bit up. So we can live with that for the time being. So obviously I need to do the front here and this wall here. I'm going to do pretty much the same kind of thing, I think. Yeah, also I've cleared out all the trees and bushes from here because we want to put our own in. So I think like on the side here we'll just do... we can get them to snap. Oh, they're not actually going to snap at all, are they? That's not a problem because we can just kind of stick it in there and then we can get one up like that. Oh, we may need to actually put in some more pillars. We need to go pillars all the way up. That's no problem. We can do that. That should be enough. And then if we do one at this point, will that be enough? Ha, not quite. Okay, let's do one bit higher up. So pick that one up and then we want to do this snap point. There we go, so that goes all the way up there. That's absolutely perfect. Yeah, so then we can just do more lower down and like this, so we should be able to do it all the way down. So we can get another one like here. And that doesn't look too bad. I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. There we go, yeah. So that kind of works. It looks a little bit funky on this side, doesn't it? Ooh, not entirely sure. Maybe I should actually do... I might do some more. Like this side. Like that. That's much better. That covers up quite a lot. Not too sure whether I can get any higher up now then, of course, because it's going to struggle getting the right snap point because it's kind of covered up. Sometimes you can't quite get it. Oh, we almost had one there. That's a bit... Yeah, but you can see the struggles I'm trying to find. Maybe we'll stick something else there to cover that up. But yeah, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave... am I going to leave some things? No, I think I'll probably cover this up entirely. We need to work on this entrance, so we'll do that in a moment. And I want to tidy up this place as well, actually put in some more of these things. We haven't done the pillar trick on this front here. But yeah, so I'm just going to do these walls, and then the cave will be complete. We'll decorate the inside, work on the entrance, and then we're done. Pretty awesome. Alright guys, so I think I'm just about finished. Now there are a few gaps at the top here which are quite difficult to get to. There is I could do it, but it's a lot of work. I've tried to cover up as much as I possibly can using the different kind of rocks. But what I have done is I've made the any glass that shows through is opaque, so you can't see through it, so it's completely black, and I think that kind of works out quite nicely. The only thing I want to do really is if I can just get rid of the so there's no sides, so we can get rid of the little metal beams there, and I think that'll make it look just a little bit better, just in case there's any more that are poking through. I think I've got them all. That looks good to me. So there we go. Yeah, so I think that looks really good. It really does look good. It's a shame I can't. It's really difficult to get out of the top here. But it's fine. I think we can live with what we've got. Let's just double check for any more metal bits poking through. No, I think that's fine. The top there is absolutely fine because that kind of gives it the structural support. Okay, so what we need to do now is to go inside and decorate the middle part. I think that's all. There we go. There we go. Get rid of that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. It looks really good. Okay, so yeah, we need to decorate the inside here. So I'm going to get a few more rocks scattered around the place, and we'll do similar kind of thing, I guess, with what we did with the onyx. We'll place some of like the mushrooms around, some of the crystals, some of these bushes and things, and I think it was going to make it looking really nice. So okay, I think I'm going to get on with that, and I'll show you when it's finished. Okay, here we go. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. We've got these a few rocks in here. We've got these look fantastic. These purple sponges. But I think maybe that's sort of an underwater thing. But I think they look more like sort of stalagmites, which look pretty cool. We've got those mushrooms everywhere. These kind of dead-looking bushes and these sort of glowing flowers and things. I think it looks really cool. I might just add a couple of crystals in here, not too many, a couple of crystals in here. But the main thing I want to do, just to kind of finish off this episode, is then just do the entranceway there. That's something we still haven't done. So I'm just going to stick in a couple of crystals, and then we'll start working on the entrance. Okay, so yeah, I'll just quickly show you the crystals then. I just put 1 or 2 in. You can see, there you go. So you can see there's some purple crystals over there. There's some more crystals at the back. We'll have another proper look when we go in there in a little bit. Yeah, so there's a crystal there, there's some crystal over there. I think it looks really nice. I really like it. But one thing we need to do to finish off this enclosure is the entranceway. So this is this little area that I've built out here. So obviously we've got the stairs coming down from the primate house. This is where you come in. So I'm thinking that we do it in stone, because we're probably going to cover it all in rocks and stuff anyway, or at least put quite a few rocks about. So I'm going to actually just build around with stone walls. I liked the wood for the floor, so it gave it something a little bit different, so it's not too much stone. But I think for this purposes, building it all out of stone to give it a kind of the cave. This is obviously the main man-made part of the enclosure, moving into the natural cave sort of thing, or that's how it's supposed to look anyway. So we'll just stick in like 2 high walls. There'll be no windows in here, it's all going to be dark and that sort of thing. We're definitely going to need to sort of do some decorations for this bit. We're going to need some triangles as well, but let's get the do we need a wall? We might just need to put a wall in here just to kind of give the ceiling somewhere to anchor off, so we can go across like this. We'll probably cover this with rocks as well, like that and like that. We need to follow the pattern below, so I'm going to need to get some triangle ceilings, but we'll fill that in and we'll work out what we're going to do with the doorway, and then just put little rocks in place, I think. Okay, here we go. So it's all built out in stone, no windows or anything like this. This opening's a little bit too big. It kind of doesn't really give away the cave kind of feeling until you kind of get in here. There's all kind of enclosed and stuff here. We'll fill things in with rocks, obviously, but there's an idea that I have. I don't think it's going to try and work. I'm going to have this below, if we can get it down like that. And then there's the other one on the other side. Go on, we can do it. Lovely, yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we'll stick with that. And then, I see I've put the pillars on the corner there, just to kind of give it something extra. That looks quite good. So I'm thinking, let me have a quick look. Here we go, we need some of these. And maybe some of those, I'm not too sure. But I think these kind of things we need to kind of cover the ceiling with again. We'll just bring it out like this. Which one? This one. So it's kind of completely covering it. That'll look pretty good. Like that, yep. So I'm just going to get this completely covered up. Oh, very nearly done. I have to think about something to do on the inside. It's going to be looking a little bit bare. If we could try a different one, maybe this one for the corner on this bit here. That looks pretty good. I like that a lot. We should have some smaller ones that we can use, but let's try another one of these. We'll kind of bring it in, overhanging a little bit like that. That looks good. And then, do I have... no, they're quite big ones. I don't think I do. No, okay, we'll stick another one like this in. Here we go. That looks really good. And then maybe we can do some of these ones on the side here like this. That looks good. Maybe perhaps another one just on the side like that. And then they should poke through and give it a bit of a cave-like feel inside. That looks really good. I don't know whether to have one just on the side like this. We don't want to snap into the pillars this time. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. So we'll stick that in there. On the corners like that. Another one like that. Perhaps one on this little corner here. And one here. And let's stick another large one just to kind of cover this little bit. Perfect. So there's kind of a mixing of man-made and natural formations that come through. Oh, that looks really good in here now. That definitely looks really good. And then you go right into the cave. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm really loving it. Oh, it's brilliant. Okay. So I think that looks pretty good. I'm wondering whether we should... Would it look a little bit stupid if I... Not this one. Stuck one in the middle. Maybe I could do it like here. That could look quite good. So you have to kind of walk around it. Oh, I like that, yeah. Maybe perhaps we could have another one. Kind of there. Yeah, that kind of almost kind of blocks it from the outside. You're looking in and you can just see a load of rocks inside. I like it a lot. Yes, we'll go with that one. Okay, I think, guys, I think we're done. I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. In fact, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. I mean, it just looks like a big mass of rock from the outside, but I like it. So right, let's hop down. I'm just going to walk so we can get a visitor's eye view of how things are going to look. So we're going to come in, go up into the cave, squeeze around the rocks, and then we've got two amazing exhibits to look at. The Megalosaurus over there and the Onyx over here. Oh, that looks so good. You can jump off on the rocks, get a little bit closer, get a good view. I like it. Brilliant. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you for watching. Please do let me know what you think of these enclosures. It'd be nice to tell you what. Let's just wake the guys up to say goodbye. Where do you want to go? We need to go through here. Are you going to wake up? And wake up. And you wake up. That's awesome. Okay, let's get back out into here so we can have a look. And then they're going to go to sleep again, of course, but they won't stay awake unless you tell them to. But oh, that looks so cool. Could you imagine being in here and just looking at these things? Just, I love it. Okay, that's it. That's going to be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. So next weekend, it's the last weekend. I cannot believe it. The last one. Make sure you get your requests for names in. I'm going to be anything that's not named, I'll be naming on Sunday for the live stream. So if you want some named, join me then as well. But yeah, get your names in. Make sure it is named after you, not just a random name that you thought of, because I don't like doing that anymore. So I won't be choosing those ones. But if it's you, like your YouTube username or your real name, then I will name it after you. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, and then we'll have our last enclosure. Does anyone know what one I'm missing? We've got one left to do. Stick it down in the comments if you think you know what it is, and I will see you then. Goodbye.